Um, so we're ready to get started with more Dragon Quest 1. I had a ton of fun last night, and I'm looking forward to another fun stream. Um, Downside is where my camera is blocking off text. Try and see if up top works a little better. Interesting layout. We were trying to rescue this thief dude's friend where we left off. And to do that, we had to explore these evil, scary ruins. So evil. So scary. Admittedly, considering how hard that boss fight was, I'm expecting much worse from the enemies in here than just that. That's a little more what I was expecting. Okay, good, I can two-shot those now, finally. Skeletons are mildly terrifying. As you saw, they do like 40 damage a hit. God, the mushroom survives more than a hit. Please don't poison me. Okay. Whew! Fuck. One damage short. That was literally one damage short of a kill there. But like my heal only would have been like 35 health. So it would have been like 4 or 5 heals to get past that. I guess we'll continue from autosave. Where was my last autosave? Oh, it autosaves fairly regularly. Hmm. So Thorn Whip is 61 attack, Boomerang is 59. The Boomerang is slightly lower in attack value, but I think the difference is... Let's try this, see if I'm right. Yup, boomerang hits everything. Perfect. Hey, what do we have down here? Let me check the map. Okay, it looks like a small contiguous room. So just a treasury, basically. It's fun because I actually remember some of these enemies from the original game. Even though I don't have like a super clear picture of them, there's certain enemies that like when I see them, I'm like, I know what this is supposed to be. Ooh, 3 doses of strong medicine. Iron Axe, probably. Oh wow, that is a big upgrade. Cut. What I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna move more medicinal herbs to the bag. Because if I have the time to be using medicinal herbs, I'm probably not in a terribly dangerous fight. And I'm gonna move all of my strong medicine to my equipment here. Because, like, if I need the 50 HP, then I need it now, not later. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. I should have used the whip. Not that the shades are dangerous. Okay, I'm glad I came this way. So I checked the bottom section, so I should just go straight up here. Or like across enough. So here is where we want boomerang. Oh wow. Hmm. Although it would have been 2 attacks each for them for the enemies anyways. Nice, I do like mini medals. Perfect. Now we're going to equip our iron axe and kill the ghost with this, hopefully. Yeah, that's definitely the best way to do that. Nice level up. Over 100 HP feels really good. 93 luck. Not the best level up, only 3 strength. Only 5 HP, 5 luck. Like, that's a pretty weak level overall, but every level's a good level. Oh, it's just the water falling. Okay. I saw something out of the corner of my eye, and I'm like, what the fuck did I just see? But it was just the water falling. Shades give random experience. Interesting. I've gotten everywhere from 5 experience. Ooh, muster strength scroll. Okay, let's check the map here. Okay, so once we get to the other staircase, we're gonna go up to the right around. Check that, check that, check that, then... first we're gonna hit the far right treasure chest path to the south, then we'll head up and do a quick detour. Yeah, I think that makes the most sense. Oof. Whew. Opens the treasure chest. 10-ton toupee. What the I don't... I don't like the way that sounds. It's got higher defense, but the description makes me think it's gonna take away action off, like, control from me for certain actions. Mmm. Yeah, magic doesn't wake you up. Oh god, I am so screwed. Can I run away while... Nope. Gamble. Fuck, I'm dead. I can't risk it. Okay, good. Oh! Those, legerdemain? They're not friendly. They are not friendly at all. Oh, thank goodness. Okay, I guess at the end of or at the end of your turn, and at the end of the enemy's action, you get a chance to wake up, it seems. I'm starting to accept that it's just a reality that um it's a single character game, but that they use the exact same engine that they used for Dragon Quest II, which is a party game. So thus all of the mechanics are kind of imply, I guess, that there is also a ooh. This is a big gamble, but I'm gonna try it. Yeah, I thought so. Okay. Good to know. He's got about 60 HP, it seems. Maybe 50. Could be either. Things at least don't do much damage. Good, decent experience on that. Uh-oh, experience to next level 666.
Not today.
So about 12 to 14 fights, or 11 to 14 fights, I guess? No, it's got to be at least 12. 12 to 15, probably, for a level. Nice. Another 5 defense is very welcome.
Heal.
Okay. Ooh, that's bad.
Not today. Much better.
Okay, so congratulations on your 10 stream streak. Welcome. Welcome, Tomahawk. Okay, one down. Okay, boomerang is definitely the way to go with that particular fight. Nothing in this room, it looks like. Yeah, nothing in this room. What about around here? Burb indeed. Burb indeed. How goes the burbing? I mean, it makes sense. You do have Hawk in your name. I'm gonna try something here.
Much better.
Yeah. Okay. So shades can come in many levels but still be called shades. I feel like Thwack is a spell that auto kills. And the fact that enemies have that is kinda concerning. In, you know, a single character RPG. Oh, thank goodness. Well, that was terrifying. Snooze in a fight with 3 enemies who all have attacks that do potentially do more than 10 to 15 damage. That would have been real bad. That would have got real bad real fast. Yeah, those were 2 weak shades. How much are we sitting at? 300? We're about halfway there. We're getting pretty close to the end. Hmm. Nice. Seeds are always welcome. You never say no to a good seedin'.
Thou shalt not escape!
Cop Out is saving me a ton. I need to use that more. Although it does cost MP, so like it's still I'm still paying a cost for it, right? I think I should. I should do the. That's not great. Oh my fucking god. At least it was worth 72 experience. That's the consolation prize I have to, you know, that fight was worth a lot. It was annoying, really annoying, but it was worth a lot. Come on, give me first attack. Fucking hell. At least they didn't heal, I guess. I'm just gonna heal. It's not really super needed. I'm at 70 HP, but like, the goal is to level up, which will refill my MP, so there's no point in me being stingy on the heals when I've only got like maybe 3 to 4 fights left. Or 2 to 4 fights left, I should say.
Not today.
But there aren't any chests nearby. I have a spell specifically to peep on chests. That's not creepy at all. This will hopefully be enough. I think. Nope. Am I at like 1 experience, 2 experience away? I am fucking 2 experience away. Okay, that was a good level. I mean, not much HP, but we got 7 agility, which will help with that going first against those enemies. We got 7 strength, 4 resilience, 2 stamina, 4 wit. Yeah, this was a good level. Ooh, nice. Oh, right, the 2 treasures are behind the boss. Yeah. Causes heavy damage to dragons. Interesting. Ho ho ho, I say, what luck! A delicious-looking human has fallen right into my lap, and he seems a rather pathetic fellow to boot. Oh, verily I'm done for. Ho 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 ho. Do come quietly now. You need only submit to the searing flames of my world-endingly powerful magic. There's a good fellow. Where did you come from? Rather rude, I must say. Still, the more the merrier. Searing flames for two, is it? Very well. He's got to be immune to
Thou
this,
shalt
right?
not escape!
No.
Thou shalt not escape! Ha! Not today! Nyah! Ah! Much better.
Oh.
Ah! Ah! Nyah!
Nice crit. Let's heal
Heal!
before he fizzles me successfully.
Nyah! Nyah!
Another nice crit. Okay, just defense increasing.
Nyah!
Crit doesn't care about your defense, buddy. Nice. Such power, I say. Are you a hero? Well, even if you are, I regret to inform you that we have Princess Gwaelin, without whose guidance you shall never reach the Dragon Lord's castle. So there. Ho, ho, ho. Thou hast my undying thanks, good sir. Thou didst save me behind, and no mistake. The boss did send thee, for he was worried on my account. Curses, and to think I did come here looking to put a smile on his face, instead it seemeth I have vexed him to no end. I did seek out the depths of this cave for a reason, see. The boss was most mightily down in the dumps on account of his precious thief's key got nicked. I thought perhaps there might be some treasure down here with which I might cheer him up a bit. Alas, all I found was trouble. Verily, I am a dunderhead, who doth cost naught but bother. Right. I'd better get back to the lads forthwith. Cheers again. Ta-ta! Have those stupid humans gone? Shh, quiet, one of them's still here.
He found us! Quick, run away! If he catches us, he'll sell us to someone, and they'll put us on display in a traveling circus or something horrible like that.
Wait! He beat that horrible monster, didn't he? Maybe he's not all
Arm
bad.
twister.
You really helped us out there. That monster was after us, you see. So, thanks. What's your name, by the way? I only asked for your name, not your life story. So, in short, you're on a quest to save the world. And you need to find a way of summoning Lady Rubis so she can help you. Well, we're not supposed to share this sort of thing, but I suppose it won't hurt to tell you just a little bit about her.
What are you doing? In case you've forgotten that's a human you're talking to. How do you know you can trust him?
Look, I know humans are awful and greedy and can't be trusted in everything. But if this world gets plunged into endless darkness, it's not exactly going to be great for us fairies either.
Fair point.
So, you think we should help him? Just like that?
I do, yes. We need to work together on this one. He can fight monsters, which means he can help us with that other thing.
Oh, the other thing! Gosh, you're a devious little devil, aren't you? I love it!
We can hear
Lady
you.
Rubis isn't here in Alefgard right now. She's visiting another world.
A very far away world that it will be very hard to call her back from.
Our leader came up with an ingenious way of summoning her. But before we could finish getting everything ready, we got attacked by the Dragon Lord's stupid lackeys, and she ran off somewhere. That's why we came down here in the first place, to look for her.
There are dwarves living to the east of here that she's had dealings with in the past, you see. We thought they might know something, but there are so many annoying monsters in the way, we're never going to get there ourselves.
And we can't summon Lady Rubis on our own. Only the boss knows how to do it. So if you could go and find her for us, we'd all be happy. Right?
Sure.
Thank you. Come and let us know if you find anything out, won't you? We'll be... well, the dwarves can tell you where to find us, I'm sure.
Alright, we'll be off then. See you!
Bye, I guess. Ooh, a choka. Don't like the sound of that one. You get a lot of... I guess... You could equip this before or during a boss battle to get the extra defense, and then unequip it right afterwards to get... That seems pretty reasonable. I'm not going to equip either of those right now, but we'll see if we can... So we're going to... Oh! Interesting. So break is in a couple minutes. Sure. So I'm gonna see how far I can get towards the entrance in the next 2 minutes. Nice. Okay, so that fight got me about halfway to my level. That's not too bad. That set me up pretty nicely. Whoops. Oh well, probably still fine. Alright guys, it is time for break. I will be right back. Enjoy some words. Alright. Sorry about that, guys. I had something I was in the process of taking care of. Let's get this going though. Back for some more Dragon Quest here. What? Mierg. Boss, don't hurt me, boss. We were standing right here and then some fairies appeared. We grew all surpassed and sleepy. Wait, those must have been the fairies we heard about, the ones that play horrible tricks on people. Such creatures truly exist? Core blimey. Ah, there thou art. Cheers for helping me made out. Thou art a total legend. And I am a man of my word, so here, one thief's key as promised. Okay, I was half expecting the fairies would have taken it. So I believe that opens red doors. Looks like thou art in debt to me, just as thine ancestor was in debt to mine own. Funny how these things happen. But pray do not let that stop thee begging for my help again if you ever need it. We are mates now, me and thee. Be lucky, eh? Ta-ta. Okay, so now it is time for us to go check the list. Not the list, but my list of keys. You may have noticed, but there are a fair few doors and treasure chests in the world that are locked shut. As with most locked objects, they can be opened if you happen to have the right key. The thief's key can open all red doors and treasure chests in the realm. So, we're running low on these. A Nameless Ruins didn't have anything. Roadside Inn didn't have anything. Galenholm had one red chest and has an item shop for me to buy more Chimera Wings. So that's a good start. What is my objective? Right, explore the lands to the east. Which, it means going into the cave there. Yep. Well, that's easy. Medicinal herb. The owner of this house hired my service as a bodyguard, but to what end? Does he fear some ne'er-do-well might sneak in and make off with his smalls? Oh, he has a blue door. Okay, so we're switching the one red to one blue in Galenholm. Know that none hath ventured unto the grave of Galen and returned. Enter that only if thou carest not for thy young life. It auto-saves me, right? Yep.
Much better.
Not perfect, but... Okay. These are beatable. They drain my MP like nothing else, though. How much money do they give me? 80 experience, 42 gold coins. How is my... Okay, so I think... I'm gonna use the Seed of Life. Then I'm going to finish exploring this place and come back here after I visited the inn to heal. Ooh. Oh, extra money every time you win. Sure. Been a little while. Sure. Roughly the same price as using a Chimera Wing to travel back to the first town and use the cheap inn there, so might as well do it. If it was like 100 or something, I would have considered doing the other route, though. Is there any equipment? Interesting. The choker is worth a lot. Buy 20 of these. It's a fair bit of money, but like, I am expecting to use a fair number of them. There's a pot here. Nice, I'll take it. No pot back there. One of these enemies is nothing to fear. The problem comes when there's more than one. Okay, water is not a healing spring. Did not think it would be, but it was worth a try. One of these chests is definitely going to be a, No? Okay. Fight, abilities, dodgy dance.
Much better. Not today. Ah! 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 Oh!
God, so much MP loss.
Oh! Oh! Ah!
Sure, what does Whistle do? Wait. Attracts the attention of nearby monsters. Okay. Not the best thing. Okay, makes running easier. This is gonna be the blue key, I'm assuming. No, that's not. That looks like a silver key. So I guess there's a third.
Ah!
So based off the fact that these enemies are here and these are an enemy that I was fighting just a second ago, this is definitely the right level range for me. I'm not like way out of my depth or anything. But it is dangerous enough territory that I do need to be more than a little bit careful. Woohoo! Plain clothes! I should check that room up and to the north, and then do a loop around the bottom there.
Thou shalt not escape! Not today! Not today! Yeah!
One down. Oof.
Yeah!
Oh, nice. Okay, that didn't go too bad. For a second, I thought it had said I was down to 3 MP there. Not that that thing would cost 3 MP out of my remaining 50.
Yeah!
Had me a little scared. But in the end, all was well. Some gold.
Yeah! Yeah!
The MP loss is brutal. Oh, right. But the level up fixes that. 13 HP, 7 MP, that's good on its own. 4 strength's okay. 4 agility's fine. 4 stamina's fine. The 5 wisdom, although I don't... Oh, perfect. Tiny bit too late. If I had gotten that a second earlier, I would have been able to save myself some money, but that's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
Yeah!
One down.
Oh! Yeah!
Really? They run away too. Huh. Fair enough. Wasn't too big of a deal.
Yeah! Not today!
Wow.
Yeah! Oh! Yeah!
That was a big shade. That shade was not messing around. Okay, nothing there. Only cost me 1 to 2 extra fights, it's fine.
Yeah!
Okay, weaker shade.
Yeah!
Nice! No damage for that fight. That was a 30 EXP less valuable shade than the last one, for context.
Yeah!
Okay. Those are just regular doors. So is that. Alright, I think we are done with this. Pretty good shape as well, so we don't need to worry about that. Okay. So there was nothing in Erdrick's Hollow. There was one red door in the Wayfarer's Chapel. We're gonna hit Tantagel last because we can heal there to recover our MP. Believest thou the rumors of newly minted heroes roaming the land? Thou dost, then I too shall choose to believe them, and may the goddess bless those heroes, whoever they may be. As far as I've heard, their merry band consisteth of a warrior, a priest, a mage, and one who fighteth solely with fist and foot. Just imagine. No, that's not Ema. Whoa, that was weird. I was like walking into the wall briefly there. Nice seat of defense. That's the most unbelievable thing in this game. That I would look in a mirror and be pleasantly surprised to see a ruggedly handsome face looking back. Okay, so we've cleared out Wayfarer's Chapel. We can remove that from the list. Cole, there's one red door, and Shrine of Rain, there's one red door. Oh no, it's not red, it's blue. I think it's blue? There's no other locked door, right? No. We won't be able to check Cole's well, but we will be able to check that door over there. "'Tis thee! Chance thou rememberest me. I was part of the detachment sent to seek out Princess Gwaelin. Though I am part of said detachment no longer, I was injured and chose to tender my resignation. Forgive me, this is a barefaced lie. In truth, I fled out of fear of the fiends that assailed us. And I returned here to the village where my wife and daughter dwell. Yet since my return I have done little save wallow in guilt and self-loathing, and still my beloved wife neither scoldeth nor scorneth me. She simply worketh all the harder that we might live in comfort and peace, and I despise myself all the more. Truly, I am the lowest of the low. Mine allies made for Rimmeldar in the hopes of finding clues as to the princess's whereabouts. They may even be at the cave in the quagmire by now. Yet here I wallow in my cowardice. Really? There's nothing else to do here? I mean, I appreciate the Seed of Luck, but a little weird that... First things first. Locked doors in town. Though the master of this house offers those who find themselves cursed much in the way of succor, he extendeth no such courtesy to those who serve him. Would that I might retire to the soothing springs of Cold to the east, there to soak my tired and aching bones. Those of my line have long been engaged in the study of methods for the removal of curses. Should thou ever find thyself afflicted, prithee seek me out, and I shall be glad to aid thee. Ooh. That looks like a green or a silver chest? Cool. Alright, what do you have to say? Friend, hast thou heard? No. Yes, 'tis said that the secret of how magic keys might be created is long since lost. Yet it is also said there is one in a certain town somewhere who is engaged in research on the subject of how the secret might be regained. Alright. Where was the... I have 3 in town marked down. So where was the third? Was it in like a house somewhere? Oh. That's probably a week. 8... I think 8 luck might beat out 5 defense at this point. Will cause your HP to decrease slightly each time you take a turn. This curse will not be easy to remove once equipped. It makes the wearer try to flee occasionally. You would think that a shopkeep would want to buy that so that... Or no, I guess they want me to have money, just not theirs. So yeah, no, they want me to have that. Okay. That was not the third. I did not try to interact with that one, so I don't think that's it. I'm not sure why the prison is above the church, though. That seems like a weird mix of responsibilities there. Ah! There's the other red door. The tales of ancient times do tell of towering goldens laid aslumber by tiny fairies. Verily, there are powers in this world of which we have not the faintest inkling. Right. That's what the flute is for. No, I'm going into the castle. There are a bunch more locked doors in the castle. Okay, so the treasury is one of the blue doors. Okay, so all three of the red doors are just over here. We'll see if they actually lead to anything interesting. That one just leads out. Or no, that's a blue door there. I might not have been able to see that one, I might have just assumed. 'Tis said that mighty Erdrick and his allies did commit all their magics and secret techniques to scrolls for posterity. Some say that the secrets of said scrolls hide in a town established by a certain bard with whom the hero of legend had dealings. Okay, it's the same legend that whatever his name told us about. Possible I wasn't able to see that door, and I just assumed. It's also possible I did see it, and the door in the basement area is also red. Although for some reason I feel as though that one's blue. If that one's blue, then I'll have to update my thing to list that there is, in fact, 3 blue. That was a decent haul from there. Okay, I did spot those. Nope. Yep. Okay. Any reds left? Nope, we have checked all the reds in all the places that we have found so far. So... Nice. No. Ooh, that is worth it. Never mind. I'm getting rid of the, oops. We're getting rid of the luck in exchange for... Oh, it also has some luck on it? Honestly, this is still the closest, so... How is my MP looking? It's fine. I'm gonna go save. Honestly, it's 2 defense and it'll give me some extra money. Okay. Did not realize I actually had a limit on that. Let's drop the Thorn Whip back into the bag. Drop the Rabbit Tail back into the bag. We're going to drop... I don't think I need the Chimera... I don't think the Chimera Wing does any good in there. I think that's probably 1 more strong medicine than I need. Maybe 2 more. 3 should be fine. I'm probably a long ways away from a level 2. So the loss of the MP is rough from that earlier fight. 800 is not that bad. I'm so used to saving before I go into a dungeon, but you can't do that here. No treasures in here? Really? Okay, now I see one. Interesting. The treasures in here just not show up in that? This is actually a good test. Okay. So that counts lootable barrels and stuff. Hmm. This steel chain whip or whatever it is that I got. It's nice stuff. Given that this one-shots everything, I think it's still better than the boomerang. Because it gets rid of an enemy right away rather than getting rid of an enemy later. Like, if you have two enemies and you can kill one turn 1, one turn 2, that's better than killing both turn 2. Unless they will, like, revive otherwise. Withdraw, but Captain, we finally have a clue as to the princess's whereabouts. Canst thou truly mean to call off the search now, to give up at this late stage? I do not mean to give up, simply to act with caution. For if we two are lost, then none shall remain to recover her. Herein dwell a dragon, or so say the stories. Let us continue to Rimmildar, and there make ready to face such a foe. There is sense in what thou sayest, of course, and yet the princess may be mere moments away from the very place where we stand. We cannot simply walk away. Thou shalt not escape me. Behind me! 'Tis thee! Thou didst come all this way alone? It seemeth we find ourselves in thy debt once more, Elesh. Not though we neither asked for nor needed thine aid. Let not thy pride get the better of thee. We fight the same fight, and we must needs take help where might be found. But I Captain, again? I am in no fit state to fight. Come to Rimmildar. Aye, Captain, right away. Okay, so you need the blue key for that. I'm not going to make a note of that because that's a clear objective guidance, is like, the blue key is when you're supposed to do this. Is that the weapon I just stopped using? Yeah, it is. Yeah. That lunatic was like, "Woo, I dodged it! Run away!" And that was the wise course of action. We've got ads in a couple minutes, so we'll be pausing for a break here. Fine. They do okay damage, they're not too scary. The whip can theoretically one-shot them, which means that as I gain 1 or 2 more levels, it'll be fine. We'll have to keep an eye out for any more seeds of strength we get, though, because that will make a big difference. Thanks to the big whip we got, we are in a pretty good shape for dealing with some of these things, though. I might be dead this turn. No, I'm dead this turn. That was very sudden. Wow. I was not expecting the 40 damage hit from the shade. Like, That was kind of ridiculous. Okay, they're not one-shottable. I also wasn't expecting them to get 2 hits each. Like, that's crazy. Between them, they did basically 100 damage to me in one round. Because, without doing anything special. Because they got 2 turns. I don't know that I want to fight that right now. Okay, so this is where the end. This is where you go to the end. This is where you summon the Rainbow Bridge. I suppose maybe.
Thou shalt not escape! Much better.
Perfect. Oh shit, I just played through the ad break. One sec, guys. Our ads just started. I'll be right back. I think the ads just started. Right back. Okay. Chai is done, so that'll be the last round of words. Sorry about the super long break there. Honestly, I really needed the chai and did not want to go without it. So let's get back and get another good hour, well, another good 40 minutes or so of Dragon Quest. This is no longer Dragon Warrior. They have taken the warrior out of it and made it just a quest.
Thou shalt not escape! Much better.
I think. The strength gap between this, like the power creep between this and the previous zone is intense. Wait, those are new.
Thou shalt not escape! Much better. Much better. Thou shalt not escape!
Perfect. Whew. The enemies here are actually pretty terrifying. I'm gonna need better armor. Which I guess means saving up for that full plate mail.
Thou shalt not escape!
That's not great.
No.
The decelerate killed me there. Please hurry up, game. Let me get to the point where I can choose to start over. Thank you. Where's my autosave? Back here? Okay. Made it to town. Fear not, Captain. We have reached Rimuldar at last. I shall seek out a doctor right away. No, please, Father! Father! My thanks. I could not have carried him here alone. Aye, the captain is my father. 'Twas his example that inspired me to take up the sword. And though I made the royal guard, I failed in the sacred duty with which I was entrusted. I was not able to keep the princess safe. Thus was my father forced to return from his retirement, that he might right the wrong I had wrought, though a great sickness doth plague him. 'Tis a sickness arising from the foul humours that do issue from the swamps that scar the land, and if it is not soon treated, yet it is born of the darkness, a force we have yet to learn how to adequately combat. I fear there's little I can do. No, you mean to say you're unable to help him? Forgive me, child. Perhaps there's a mage somewhere with a spell that might aid thee, but I know not whom, nor what magic that might be. What am I to do? Wow! I should say. Or actually, first things first, how close am I to a level? Right there, okay. Next fight will be a level, so... That looks like a blue door. Okay. Bring up the notes again. The end, Rimuldar. 1 blue. Knowest thou, wanderer, of a shrine in a tower to the north and west of the village of Cole? Most curious old fellow doth dwell there all alone. Most curious indeed. Sweet. Loot. I like loot. Thou wishest to know if any practitioners of the magical arts might be found hereabouts? There is one who studies such matter, though I fear you might struggle to meet him. He's an odd fellow, and strayeth rarely from his home, the door of which he keeps locked tight all day and night. Ah, okay. This is the church. I'm about to be level 15. That's a good sign. I have almost 1,000 gil. If I sell some of the cursed shit I've got. There's just this part of me that's like, the second I sell it, I'm going to talk to an NPC who's going to be like, I'll give you this beacon of power if only you can give me... If only you could... I would give you a beacon of power if only you could give me a cursed ring. Or some such nonsense. Is that a ring I spy upon thy finger? Hast thou no shame? Such adornments are solely the province of preening posers. Do I have a ring? Oh yeah, I guess I do. I have a ring and a wristband. Yeah, well, this ring keeps me from getting put to sleep, and when I'm fighting alone, fuck you, you're not gonna, talk me out of having my immunity to sleep. When rain and sun the twain do meet, the rain's bow shall a bridge complete. So say the ancient rhymes of Alefgard. The legends also speak of a stone betokening the sun, which doth slumber within the grounds of Tantagil's castle. Oh, I never used my Seed of Life, so I'll take the 4 extra health there for sure. The captive thou seest before thee is a bearer of false witness, a shameless and unrepentant fabulous, believe not a word he uttereth. Let me tell thee a tale fit to chill thy bones. In a land to the distant south lieth a forest that once entered may never be left. 'Tis said to have been cursed by one greatly skilled in the art of illusion. That doesn't actually sound like a fib. That sounds like something I would totally believe existing in an RPG world. And what's more, it sounds like a place I will absolutely be forced to visit and find a way out of. Okay, just basic items. Nothing super special here. Legends tell of how mighty Erdrick did use the rain's bow as a bridge to reach the Forsaken Isle west of here. They also speak of how the hero did descend into the darkness through a hidden doorway in the castle's throne room. Wanderer, if on thy travels thou should chance to meet with the descendant of Erdrick, promise me this. Promise me you will tell him what I've told you now. Verily shall it stand him in good stead. Hidden door in the throne room, eh? The other part of that, I already knew. Staff of Sentencing. Gust of wind on a group of enemies. Oh, magic armor. Enchanted armor reduces damage from enemy spells. Very expensive stuff, though. So, 100, 200, 300, 400, about 500, 600, 7, let's say 700, 800, 2,000, 2,600, 2,700, 2,800, 2,900, and then I could maybe scrounge up 4,000 if I were to sell, 4,500 if I were to sell all the stuff that's kind of superfluous. But I think I do need it. Eek! Who art thou? What business hast thou here? Canst thou not see I am engaged in the changing of my petticoats? Begone, thou lascivious knave, lest I call the guard. I think I should record that conversation. That conversation seemed very important. I think we can all agree how important that conversation was. O Roderick, where art thou about? Wherefore tarriest thou so? Oh, that's a flower, okay. Looked like a pink sack to me initially. I was like, why can't I loot this sack? But it's a flower. For, you know, if it were a pink sack, I would be able to loot it. That is the superpower of... Doggo! The superpower of Alesh. To loot all pink sacks. And all other sacks, really. Oh, for this guy's name and I love it. The Warlock of Doorlocks. Ah, that's fantastic. How camest thou to be here? I did lock the door up tight, and with no ordinary key at that. Oh, thou possessest the thief's key? Then thou art plainly no ordinary fellow. But even the thief's key will be as naught to mine own magnificent magic key, just as soon as I am able to complete it, that is. I cannot seem to replicate the methods of old, though I try and try, all my efforts disintegrate after but a single use. But I have had an epiphany. A bolt of inspiration hath struck. Finally, a key good for any number of uses is within my grasp. Forgive me, I have something of a tendency to become carried away. I am the Warlock of Doorlocks. And thou art, what bringeth thee here, pray tell? Very well, so thou seekest a spell with which to remedy a life-threatening ailment. As luck would have it, I am something of a jack of all magical trades, and count healing spells among my plentiful arsenal. But alas, I am also extremely busy. Forgive me, but thou wilt have to look elsewhere. Thou wouldst insist I examine the patient? But as I told thee, I am busy, most busy indeed. And most devilishly inconvenienced to boot, for the dwarf who did until only recently aid me in my researches hath rather selfishly chosen to vanish. One sec, guys. I am muted. Though the journey is a most perilous one, still needs must. One must suffer for one's craft, or so they say. If I did not unmute myself before saying so, I hope you rest well, Ema, and thank you for allowing me to accompany you in that venture. If I did already say that, then you heard it again. You will go in my stead, thou sayest? And in return, thou wouldst have me work my healing magics? The cave wherein the dwarves dwell swarmeth with slavering fiends. Thou wouldst journey there on my behalf, nevertheless? Yes. Thou art a curious fellow indeed, but trustworthy too, I sense. Very well, I shall do as thou ask. The dwarf's dwelling place lieth in the deepest part of a cavern south of Rimmildar. All being well, my friend the craftsman is to be found therein. I shall do all I can to fulfill my end of our bargain, though whether my healing arts will avail against the powers of darkness remain to be seen. No, I don't want to leave. There's a treasure. Okay. Woohoo! Alright, so I have to go find the Dwarven Craftsman next. But we have a Seed of Wisdom to use, and a Magic Barrier Scroll. Ooh, 6 letters! My, how fancy. I assume Magic Barrier is a spell. Provides protection from enemy spells. Okay, so it's just kind of generic protection. Thank you to both of you, by the way, for calling out that I was muted. I had forgotten to unmute after taking my headset off. And I would not have noticed for a while, probably. Okay. This place is... At least my first fight should get me a level, assuming I don't die. Yeah, with the...
Much better.
With the fact that I can just reload from last autosave anytime I want, I don't need to worry about the bank at all. But yeah, in the original game, you wanted to put everything in there. Constantly, everything needed to go in there. Ooh, Sizzle, is that... That might be AoE. Or it might be. Yes, group of enemies. So I now have magic for multi-target, that's good. Any sparklies? I do not see any. Man, the sparklies have gotten a whole lot less prevalent since... since the first area. Nice. One down. Okay, that's fine.
Much better.
Ah, perfect. Okay, now I can probably start attacking myself. Maybe. So how much experience do I need? Only 1,000. If I'm getting over 100 per, I should catch up pretty quickly.
Thou shalt not escape!
My ring was supposed to make me immune to sleep. What the fuck is the point of the ring that makes you not able to fall asleep if you fall asleep instantly? Like... Increases resistance to sleep. I guess so, it's just... That doesn't seem like I had much resist there. Oh, shit. That was before I healed. Wait, I see a sparkly. Maybe there's not fewer sparklies. Maybe they're just harder to see. No, I need to just attack these. They might put me to sleep otherwise. That's fine. Oh, thank goodness. I thought they were just weak in there for a second. Yeah, that's one of my problems with... I generally find any RPG, any turn-based RPG with a party less than 3 to have a pretty major problem in the form of recovery from bad situations. I had that problem with like World of Final Fantasy as well. And like some other games too, where there's like 2-player parties or 1-player parties. It creates a problem where the strategies the enemy can employ are either too powerful if anything goes wrong, or like they have to be useless or they're too powerful, because it's very hard to make them reasonable. Like, I get why this game has only one, and it's because back then I don't think they were certain if it was possible to do otherwise. I really need to block the skeleton's attack. Okay, good.
Much better.
But yeah, these days, I don't really understand it. Holy fuck!
Thou shalt not escape.
Is that at least yellow at this point? No, it's not. Hopefully? No. I don't know if I can fight these things, like... This damage is just absurd. And the fact that they don't seem to be particularly affected by, the... Like, I can get about 2 more defense by equipping the iron armor, but that's... 2 more defense is not gonna make a difference. I think I might need to just, like... Oh, that's a blue door, okay. So...
Thou shalt not escape.
It might be grinding time. The problem is what I really need to grind is money, and there's not really anything that gives good amounts of that. Not that I've found anyways.
Thou shalt not escape.
Okay. Like, cop-out is really the only thing keeping me going at this point.
Thou shalt not escape!
Kind of, except that, like, I can always get to a town. Like, anytime I want to, I can get to a town where I can refill my health for 12. So as long as I'm not using items for healing, should be about the same circumstance. Oh, that's... Ooh, new armor? Let me just check. Okay, it's not cursed. I should have checked using the peep, but that's fine. Oaken Club. That can't be a good weapon, right? Yeah, no. Ah. Nice. Oh god, they attack twice. Okay, so next time when we have 3 of those, I'm gonna need to use Cop to get them softened at least. Yup, this is definitely a Cop situation. The stupid wizard can cast spells, but... Fuck. I really need some RNG here. Especially with that. Oh, thank goodness. Okay, 1 down. They still could kill me this turn, though. Yeah, I think I'm dead. Like, that's the thing, is even with all other considerations, even from full HP, with the way these enemies are, they can kill me at any time. My literal only chance is, yeah, and there it's gone.
No.
It's ridiculous how much damage these things are doing, because they get 2 turns each. And like, that's one of the things that I find somewhat frustrating about this, is you never know when an enemy's going to get 2 turns, and I don't even know what dictates when enemies get 2 turns. Did I equip? Yes, I did, okay. Like, at least I've got the resistance to fire and ice, but that doesn't seem to be the primary source of damage down here. What I might need to actually start every fight with doing is boosting my evade, and then once I've boosted my evade, after that, start doing the Kappa. Doing basically the same strategy I used on... That's very fair. The difficulty curve in those games can be pretty impressive. Oh.
Much better.
There we go. Like, I think maybe my best option is to use Dodgy Dance first, and then switch to Cop. Okay, so this leads to a treasure chest. Oh, canst thou not see I am about my work? Away with thee, away.
Thou shalt not escape! Oh! Not today!
Between cop-out... Yeah, I am generally not a fan of insta-kill as a mechanic. I generally don't think insta-kill is something that game devs should do. Just in general, I think across the board, it is never something that positively... I don't think I have ever played a game where there was an insta-kill mechanic that felt like it improved the experience. It's not like it's a strategy that, like, you can play around or something. It's either it kills you or it doesn't, and there's not really anything to be said about that. That is something that I will, like, 100% die on the hill of. Insta-kill mechanics are kind of a lazy way out of increasing difficulty. It's like, haha, it's a gotcha death, right? And it doesn't really feel like it's something that you can have like a realistic strategy against or around. Okay. Was there another staircase I missed? Did I? No, that's where we came in. Or no. No, that is where I came down to get to this floor. So there might be another staircase over there. Okay.
Be gone! Crack!
But yeah, I really do love the Persona games. They definitely, but like, they definitely have their, they definitely have their issues. They are far from perfect, is what I would say. Although I think Persona 5 Royal started to approach that, but yeah, I guess the one place where I would say I was okay with an insta-kill was, like, I think actually, now that I think about it, I think one case where I was okay with an insta-kill that existed was Final Fantasy IV's Odin fight.
Not today!
And the reason why I was okay with it... Oh, shit, ads. Be right back, guys. I'll finish that thought after. So, we were discussing insta-kills in games. Let's just get back to... Let's just get back to the Dragon Questing here. I was saying that one particular example that I am relatively okay with was Final Fantasy IV's Odin. And so here's the reasoning for me. In the Odin fight,
Much better!
you had a deterministic way that you could prevent the insta-kill from happening. And not just, oh, I beat the enemy before it hit. Very specifically, like, when he... I think I can kill this guy. So, like, he would use normal attacks most of the time. Then occasionally, he would have a visual cue that he was about to use his auto-kill attack. And if you did a specific thing to him, I don't want to spoil in case anyone hasn't played it, while he was performing that cue, he would stop the insta-kill attack and go back to his normal pattern until he hit the next cast of it. I think cases like that, where you have a deterministic, easy to figure out, reliable way to stop the insta-kill, I'm okay with. Cases where the insta-kill is more a measure of your failure to play correctly than just they used an insta-kill attack and it worked. There's a logic to it. You do have to figure it out, but there is a clear logic to it. and it makes sense. Like, once you figure it out, it makes sense. It may not catch on to you immediately, but once you figure it out, it's like, okay, yeah, no, that actually made a lot of sense. At least it did to me. I can't speak for everyone. But, like, yeah, exactly. As long as there is something that you can do that feels logical to prevent this impending doom attack, I think it's okay. But it has to be something that you have control of in the moment. It can't be, remember to equip your anti-instant death accessories that you only ever want for this brief moment when the enemy's using instant death attacks and you hate that you have to equip otherwise. Stuff like that is bullshit. I hate it. But if it's like a very clearly, like, you know, I don't know, something like you have to break the shield and then use... You have to break the shield in order for him to start, and then damage him to stop him from casting the ability, or you have to use an ability that stuns him, and you know there are ways to do that, and you can you can have figured that out beforehand, or you know he exposes a weakness and you have to damage that weakness in a certain way, or stuff like that. I'm okay with, because then you're at least, as long as there is something I can do to say, okay, there's an instant death attack coming. If I don't stop it, yeah, no, exactly. Um, the Final Fantasy IV example is the boss has a weakness that is fairly obvious once you get into the moment, and if you hit him with his weakness during the moment he is telegraphing, he will stop. What the hell? Wow, thanks, game. Okay, good, at least one of them missed. I'm probably dead, but that's fine. If I'm dead, I'm dead. I'm just gonna let it happen. That first round was total bullshit, so nothing I can do about it. It is what it is. I'm just gonna let it reload from autosave. Yeah, instant death attacks are a problem, and I wish developers would stop relying on them as a crutch when they have no other way, when they don't think they have any other ways to make things challenging. Like, don't let yourself get to that point. You have other options, and we would really prefer if you would use those other options. Much better. Does that stop my abilities? No. I'm not casting spells on you, buddy. All I'm after is, whipping you to the face.
Not today. Not today.
That's fine. Taking 1 out of 4 is fine. Between dodgy and cop-out, hopefully I won't get hit at all this round, and I will be able to do some reasonable damage to the enemies.
Thou shalt not escape.
Okay, good. It's dead. Good. I'm gonna kill one of them this turn, so it's fine. The next turn I'll kill the other one.
Not today.
Oh good, I still have the dodge.
Yeah.
Oh nice! I was that close to a level up. I should have just stayed rather than going and doing that. Oh well. 12 more HP, only 2 more resilience, that sucks. 7 luck is good, 4 stamina is fine. The attack is going to be important. What does Holy Protection do? Ah, okay, that saves me from needing Holy Water if I'm not looking to grind. Now, right now I am looking to grind, but when I am not, I can then use that. In fact, I should set that to there. I mean, obviously, if it's a dwelling for dwarfs and I'm here, the business I have here is that I want to find a dwarf.
Much better. Not today. Not today. Ah! Oh!
Oh my god. Thank goodness. At least one attack. Okay, good. I'm okay with this. That was depressing at the start there. Good. I think I'm just going to attack the Medusa. Yeah.
Ah! Not today. Yeah!
I wish I knew what caused the enemies to sometimes get double attacks. Is it just like their stats are higher than mine? Am I under-leveled? Do they just have a chance to be assholes? Like, is it just the asshole chance? Is that what we're dealing with here?
Freeze!
The enemies here give so little gold, it's brutal. Okay, nothing down here. Nothing up here.
Thou shalt not escape!
Oh my god.
Ha! Much better.
Oh, thank goodness. With the double defense down, I am in devastating shape if I get hit by anything. Okay. Should be able to kill him in one hit now.
Yeah!
Whew. Yeah, 69 gold for these fights. Just feels like so little. Ooh. Oh. Oh. I fear that the bulk of the Earth's bounty has been extracted here. We shall soon have to seek other veins to mine.
Thou shalt not escape! Ah! Yeah!
That was an experience.
Crack!
If the game weren't like directly sending me to these places, I would legitimately feel like I am in the wrong place. Like the amount the difficulty spiked after I left that cave is nonsense. It is absolutely absurd. Yeah, I expected that. I had to hit that one of those soon.
Thou shalt not escape! Ha! Thou shalt not escape! Thou shalt not escape!
Honestly.
Thou shalt not escape!
Woohoo!
Thou shalt not escape!
If I get hit by this, I can't heal because there's no way I can heal enough to survive an attack. Okay. Literally, my only hope of survival was to kill him by countering there. I'm a little sad that the treasure chest had nothing in it. Like, I get that it's a mimic and it's supposed to be a trap, but like, you could at least have the enemy drop loot for me. Okay. Yeah.
Thou shalt not escape! Yeah!
But I guess the 200 experience was a pretty damn good boost. Like that brought me like 4 fights towards another level, which was a pretty significant chunk. Yeah, exactly. Like surely it had like a potion in it or something.
Thou shalt not escape! Thou shalt not escape!
Okay.
Yeah!
First time that thing hasn't died from an attack and a counter. Huh. More strong medicine is very welcome. Okay, so that other path leads to a treasure chest, and that's it. I'm honestly a little surprised that there are mimics in this game, considering that's the first one I've seen this deep into the game. Like, I'm like, what, 8 hours in? Ooh, Miracle Slash. That's an ability for sure. Hurts an enemy while healing a user. That is going to be important. It's expensive though, so I can't like rely on it. It costs 10 MP. But for bosses, that's going to be really
Much
good.
better. Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
A craftsman among our number. There's one I've heard called by that name. His name is Craftsman? A strange fellow, fond of your kind. Thou wilt find him in the deepest part of the cave. Well, of course I will. Though thou wilt not find him well, damn fool. These are the wages of such sins as consorting with humans. Seed of Defense. That is an important. That is super important.
Thou shalt not escape. Yeah.
Hopefully 55? No. Damn.
Yeah.
Uh,
Oh. Yeah.
Undead Undoer Scroll. Yeah. Heavy damage to undead for 7 MP. Okay, so yeah, so over there is probably the right way. Fuck. I don't want to fight that fight. That fight is that fight is very dangerous because they have a lot of status ailments and they have a lot of spells that I can't use cop out on. And since cop out is the sole source of my survival at this point, I have to be very careful about what I fight with it.
Thou shalt not escape.
Is it just me or did these skeletons get stronger a bit ago? Maybe I got weaker. I don't know. It just seems like I'm not doing enough damage to kill them like I was before. I used to be able to do like one attack countered and then one attack, and that just doesn't seem to be the case anymore. Can you imagine how hard this would be if I didn't have the chain whip that I bought? That like ultra expensive chain whip I spent my money on? Yeesh.
Much better. Ah! Thou shalt not escape! Ah! Ah! Ah!
I'm dead.
Ah! No.
The goosebumps thing is just... When you have enemies that do, even if they only do like, a sixth of your health, if they attack twice and you have three of them and you're crowd controlled, there's not really anything you can do about it. It's just RNG death sometimes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sometimes you just get RNG deaths, and that is what it is. I wouldn't say I like it. I kind of wish the game was a little bit more consistent, but like, it is, the era it is what it is. Um, and I could always lower the difficulty if I wanted to. So like, you know. And I suppose I could also spend like a million years right now farming, get that armor, get another level or two, and then I would probably also be perfectly fine. How close am I to my level? I gotta be getting pretty close, right? 219, so what, 4 fights? Unless I get one of those big fights? Carpenters, smith, metalworkers, thou wilt find able craftsmen of all stripes among we dwarves. We only work at what we love best, and we work at it well. Time was we dwelt in another land entirely until the fairies called us here to Olifgard. We were ever prone to do as the fairies asked us, though we have heard precious little from them in a long time now. Oh, I'm actually in a dwarf town now. Okay. Oh, hast thou heard? No. Well then, thou needst to listen more carefully. Oh, hast thou heard? Yes. Well then, there's not more to say. That NPC is the quintessence of you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. If it is arms thou seekest, that would normally have been in luck. Alas, I am not quite ready to do business just yet. Perhaps I shall be the next time thou comest. I don't know what me orgasming has to do with you being ready to sell your goods, buddy. And I don't even know how you would know, because I wouldn't do it in front of you. Tell no other that I shared this with thee, friend, but it was we dwarves who did construct the fairy's secret dwelling place. And well we built and hid it too, though a person were to visit that certain cape and stroll through that certain forest, thou would not know it until they stumbled right upon it. If the tales be true, there was one among mine ancestors who had no need of pick or shovel. He simply threw himself bodily at the rock in order to smash it. That seems imprecise, but at the same time, very impressive. I don't know. Well, I guess it just autosaved, so what does it matter? Let's be down here. Among we dwarves is told the legend of one of our kind who was both bold adventurer and smith without equal. He did roam the world in the company of a human hero, and forged a helm the like of which has never been seen, from the ore of boldest blue. The power of darkness reaches even here beneath the earth. If naught is done about the Dragon Lord, we two dwarves too shall... ... The worst fate of all, being forced to ... I feel bad for the dwarves that they might have to ... I mean, it's one thing to ... because you want to, but if you have to, that's just... it's just unfair. It's truly, truly a fate worse than death. Okay, quick note. Dwarf Town, 1 blue. Vial of oomph powder. Iron lance. We do not abandon our kind, though they be laid low by sickness or such like. But the world being as it is, we are none of us prepared to brave the dangers of the world outside, to go in search of doctors or medicine, even for the sake of a comrade in need. Alright, what do you need, dwarf man? Who art thou? So the warlock of Dorlock sent thee. Thou art not human indeed to come so far for the sake of a lowly dwarf. Well, as you can plainly see, I am somewhat indisposed, having met with a stretch of that accursed swampland. I fear I am not long for this world. I had hoped to see the magic key completed, but it seemeth it is not to be. A cure, thou sayest? Do not bandy such words about so lightly, friend. True, I heard tell of a miraculous medicine that the leader of the fairies did once say might cure all ills arising from such like miasmas. Aye, she and I are acquaintances of long standings, but I've neither seen nor heard from her in some time. And I'll not survive the journey all the way to Craggy Cave and onward south to their dwelling place. Not in my state. No, I fear I must simply accept that I am done for. The dwarf seems to be suffering from the same condition as the captain of the guard. Can I... Oh my god, I can't... I'm gonna have to walk all the way through the dwarf cave again to get back to their... Because it's not a separate entity, I think. We'll see, I guess. I guess we'll see when I get there, but... Wait, no, why am I going to... I should go to the abandoned town. Oh well. Walk south from here. The enemies here aren't anything to be afraid of at this point. Let's pop back on this to get the little bit of extra money while I'm walking. Hi, heal slime. Heal yourself. I wonder if those were strong or weak shades. I'll find out shortly. If this is like 12 experience, then they were weak. Nope, one of them at least was strong. Probably only one. Money's adding up over time. Slowly but surely, it is adding up. Oh, are these new enemies? I think they are. I might be dead here. Fuck, wrong spell. I mean, I guess it was good enough. Night night, Ema. Hope you sleep well. I'll be logging off shortly, so no worry. You're not gonna miss much. Oh, that's a level. 6 stamina. The 2 resilience hurts. I really need some more resilience. My defense is terrible. But 7 strength will help a lot in killing these enemies quicker. 10 more HP. That was a good level. What does defending champion do? Significantly reduces damage taken from all attacks. That might actually... I wonder how long that lasts, actually. It's probably only a single turn, right? I am in the wrong forest.
Much better. Thou shalt not escape! Much better.
Whew.
Thou shalt not escape!
God, you're a pain in the ass. Just level 2. Okay, so it's that giant tree. I already see a blue chest in the fairy village, so I'm marking that one down.
Begone, human. This is no place for thy kind. I will say it only once more. Ugh, clear off, or else. Fail to do so, and...
Wait, it's him, Chief. This is the human we told you about. The one we forced to... I mean, asked to help us.
Yes, and he's not just any old human. He's super strong. I'd say he might even be hero material.
I'm not sure about the hero thing, but it wouldn't do to hurt someone who helped you two out, I suppose. Let's hear what he has to say for himself.
Hello there.
I'm the Overseer. I'm looking after the village while our leader is away. And, no offense, but I'm not too fond of humans. Alright, you've told me your name. Now tell me what you're doing here. How did you even find out about this place? What? One of the dwarves is sick, and you need our miraculous medicine?
I suppose this is because of all those horrible poisonous swamps that have been cropping up everywhere.
Swamp sickness doesn't clear up naturally. You have to do something about it, or it's curtains.
And there is that one medicine we have. Yes, a dose of sun-up syrup would probably do it. Sadly, I can't give you any.
What? Why not?
What fetch quest are you going to send us on now?
I thought I was mean to humans.
I'm not being mean. I'd make it if I could. It's just, when the boss showed me how to make it, she kept the last two ingredients secret. Only she knows what they are.
Oh, and we don't know where she is.
You spoke with some of the dwarves, didn't you? Did they have any idea where she might have got to? Oh, well, that's that then, I suppose.
And after we went to all the trouble of making you go and ask them.
It'll be dark soon, Chief. We can't just leave him out here, after he's come all this way. He can stay the night, can't he?
Fine. But just the one night, and just this once.
Obviously, while I am staying the night. I'm going to get like a message from whoever it is that's been sending us messages, and they're going to be important, and it's going to be important to the fairies, and etc. Oh, hello there, slime. If you so much as draw your sword near him, I'll be very angry indeed. I can't very well make it on my own, can I? I don't know what these stupid ingredients are supposed to be. Sun-up and syrup? I don't even know what that is. I'm trying to make the thing that the boss was working on, you know? Oh, almost gave the game away there. Sorry, that's top secret information, not for human ears. I've been learning how to make things from the master of the crafting arts. You can call me the Undermaker. When I say master, I mean master. She's got skills like what you've never seen. I think she's amazing. There, that's plenty of Parala powder. Fair enough. Oh. Is that going to be a key item? So I'm going to go on a limb and say pure water, twitching powder, hextract, slippery sap. That's our recipe. The wellspring crystal will be used to make something else. I probably need one more ingredient from somewhere. Okay, once this scene is over and we're kind of out of the fairy village,
Almighty Rubus, grant unto me strength in this time of need, until such time as the prophesied one doth appear.
this is Tangential Castle. Gwaelin, beloved daughter, thou art returned to us safe and well, praise be. Thou needst fear no more, princess. The hero hath vanquished the Dragon Lord, and peace has returned to our world. And thus thy role too is at an end. That being so, perhaps thou might share with us the message with which thou wert entrusted? Come, tell us that which Rubus told thee. What secret was it that she would have had thee impart?
Almighty Rubus, pray banish these wicked illusions. Try all thou wilt, thou shalt not prevail. Thy phantasms shall not sway me.
Give in to it, thou canst not resist forever. The visions shall continue until at last thou submittest. Interesting, so that is where human weakness lieth, in the heart. Thou didst well to resist, Gwaelin. For a little girl to have grown so strong, truly it maketh us both so proud.
Mother?
They're
No,
doing
no,
the
it
half-voice
cannot be.
conversation thing that
My mother
annoys me.
perished when I was but a babe in arms. This too is an illusion.
Truth or illusion, does it really matter? Whether I'm real or not, still thou must not reveal the message with which thou wert entrusted. Thy mother speaketh true, Gwaelin. Forgive us. Were we able to help thee, we know that we would. Thou must needs endure for the sake of our world. Yeah, fire! Do not falter. This too is the monster's doing. Be strong. We too shall endure all that we must.
They shall not deceive me. It is all but an illusion. All of it.
Illusion or no, I am right glad to have met thee at last, beloved daughter.
Mother! It is none of it real. None of it. And yet Oh, to watch you both perish and do naught. It hurteth me so.
Such pain is hard to bear, is it not, daughter? But weep not, thou dost well to bear it. Worry not on our account, we would sacrifice ourselves 1,000 times for thy sake. That we would, 1,000 times, 10,000, it mattereth not, for if it be for thee...
Can you hear me? The light of hope is fading. You must hurry. Only with a magic key might she be freed from this torment. And so, you must heal the afflicted with an infusion of Glimmergrass and Wake Robin. Please,
Oh.
there is no time. You must go to her.
Chief, it must have been. I said it before and I'll say it again. I don't like humans and I don't trust you. But if you bring me those ingredients, I'll see if they really do make sun-up syrup. You'll do it? Good. You'll find both of them down by the mountains, far to the southwest. Unfortunately, you'll find a lot of very nasty monsters there too. Don't die, and if you do, don't blame us. Yeah, I know. Guessing. Wow. Ooh. That'll be a good one to have. Make sure it's not cursed. Okay. Alright guys, let's just quickly go ahead and teleport to a place where I can save. Let's go see if we can find somebody to go visit. Since there's some of you guys here let's go say hi to someone.